Did you know that a humble onion, the same vegetable sitting quietly in your kitchen, might play a role in preventing one of the most common health challenges after 50? Type 2 diabetes. It may sound surprising, but scientists are finding that onions aren't just for flavor. They're packed with natural compounds that can help steady your blood sugar, protect your heart, and even ease inflammation. For millions of adults over 50, keeping blood sugar under control is the difference between living with energy and facing daily fatigue, nerve pain, or long-term complications. In today's video, we'll uncover how something as simple as adding onions to your meals could support your fight against diabetes and why your dinner plate might be your best medicine. After the age of 50, our bodies change in ways that can make blood sugar management more challenging. Muscle mass slowly declines, metabolism slows down, and the body may not respond to insulin as efficiently as it once did. These changes explain why type 2 diabetes becomes increasingly common in older adults. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 1 in 4 adults over 65 in the U.S. is living with diabetes, and many more are considered pre-diabetic without even knowing it. But here's the encouraging part. Lifestyle choices, especially what we eat, can make a tremendous difference. While we often hear about cutting out sugar or limiting processed foods, we don't always hear about what to add in. That's where onions come in. Often overlooked, onions are more than just a base for soups and stews. They're loaded with powerful plant compounds that can support stable blood sugar levels, protect vital organs, and promote overall wellness. In this video, we'll explore the science behind onions and diabetes prevention, break down how they work in the body, and share simple ways you can enjoy them daily. To understand why onions might be so valuable, let's first look at what happens to blood sugar control as we age. Type 2 diabetes develops when the body either doesn't produce enough insulin or can't use insulin effectively. Insulin is the hormone that helps move sugar from the bloodstream into your cells, where it's used for energy. After 50, our cells tend to become less sensitive to insulin, a condition called insulin resistance. This means sugar stays in the bloodstream longer, leading to higher blood glucose levels. Over time, elevated blood sugar can damage blood vessels, nerves, eyes, and kidneys. This is why diabetes is linked to complications like heart disease, vision loss, and neuropathy. The tricky part is that diabetes often creeps in silently. Many adults don't notice symptoms until the disease has already taken hold. Fatigue, frequent urination, or slow-healing wounds might be brushed off as just aging, but in reality they can be early warning signs. The good news is that small, consistent dietary changes can lower the risk. By choosing foods that improve insulin sensitivity and support stable blood sugar, we can reduce the likelihood of developing diabetes, and onions may be one of those protective foods. Onions may seem simple, but when you peel back the layers, you'll find a treasure chest of nutrients that matter deeply for adults over 50. First, onions are low in calories yet rich in vitamins and minerals. They provide vitamin C for immune health, vitamin B6 for energy metabolism, and folate, which supports healthy red blood cells. They're also a good source of potassium, an important mineral that helps regulate blood pressure, a key concern for anyone at risk of diabetes or heart disease. But what really makes onions stand out are their special plant compounds. One of the most studied is quercetin, a flavonoid with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Quercetin may help reduce oxidative stress, which can worsen insulin resistance and blood vessel damage. Onions are also rich in sulfur compounds. These are what give onions their strong smell and tear-inducing effect when chopped. Surprisingly, these sulfur compounds may improve the way cells respond to insulin and help lower blood sugar. And let's not forget fiber. Onions contain both soluble and insoluble fiber, which supports digestion, slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, and nourishes healthy gut bacteria, another factor linked to diabetes prevention. So while onions might be a humble kitchen staple, they're actually loaded with the tools your body needs to defend itself against the challenges of aging and rising blood sugar. The real question is, do onions truly make a difference in blood sugar? Or is this just a nutrition myth? The good news is, research is starting to give us some clear answers. Several animal studies have shown that onion extracts can lower blood glucose levels significantly. For example, in laboratory settings, diabetic rats that were given onion extract experienced lower fasting blood sugar and improved insulin activity. While animal studies don't always translate perfectly to humans, they provide valuable clues. What about people? Human studies, although smaller, are very promising. One study published in the journal Environmental Health Insights looked at individuals with type 2 diabetes who consumed fresh onions. Researchers found that eating onions helped reduce both fasting blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Another clinical trial showed that patients with type 2 diabetes who ate 100 grams of fresh onion daily experienced significant drops in their blood glucose. Scientists believe this effect comes from onions' sulfur compounds and quercetin, which seem to boost insulin sensitivity, making it easier for the body to process sugar effectively. Onions also help slow down the digestion of carbohydrates, which prevents those sudden spikes in blood sugar after meals. It's important to remember, onions aren't a cure for diabetes, but the evidence suggests they can be a valuable part of a diet that supports blood sugar control. For adults over 50, adding onions to meals could be one of the simplest, most affordable steps toward better metabolic health. So how exactly do onions help keep blood sugar under control? Let's break it down. When you eat onions, their sulfur compounds and antioxidants interact with key systems in your body. One major target is the pancreas, the organ responsible for producing insulin. Some studies suggest that onion compounds may help stimulate the pancreas to release more insulin while also making the existing insulin work more efficiently. Another important effect happens in the liver. The liver acts like your body's sugar warehouse, storing and releasing glucose as needed. In people with insulin resistance, the liver often releases too much sugar into the bloodstream. Onion compounds appear to help regulate this process, reducing excess glucose release and keeping blood sugar steadier. Onions also fight inflammation, which is closely linked to insulin resistance. Chronic low-grade inflammation common in aging makes it harder for insulin to do its job. By calming inflammation, onions may improve how cells absorb sugar. Lastly, onions are rich in antioxidants like quercetin. These protect the blood vessels and nerves from damage caused by high blood sugar over time. This is especially important for adults over 50 since long-term complications of diabetes often affect the heart, kidneys, eyes, and nerves. In short, onions don't just flavor your food, they support multiple systems in your body that work together to keep blood sugar balanced and your health protected. While onions are gaining attention for their role in blood sugar control, their benefits reach far beyond diabetes prevention. For adults over 50, they touch nearly every aspect of healthy aging. First, let's talk about heart health. Onions can help lower LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, while supporting healthy blood pressure thanks to their potassium content. Together, these effects may reduce the risk of heart disease, which is already elevated in people with diabetes. Onions may also support bone health, a concern, especially for postmenopausal women. Some studies suggest that women who eat onions regularly may have stronger bone density and a lower risk of fractures. The combination of antioxidants and minerals seems to protect bones against age-related decline. Another key benefit is immune support. Onions contain vitamin C and plant compounds with natural antibacterial properties. This can be especially helpful for older adults whose immune systems may not respond as strongly as they once did. And let's not forget gut health. Onions are rich in prebiotic fibers, which feed beneficial gut bacteria. A healthy gut microbiome doesn't just improve digestion, it also supports weight control, immunity, and even mental well-being. So while onions may be small, their impact is big. Stronger hearts, sturdier bones, sharper immunity, and healthier digestion. For seniors, that's a winning combination for living well into the golden years. The beauty of onions is that they're incredibly easy to work into everyday meals. But to get the most benefit, it helps to know how to use them. Raw onions may provide the strongest effect on blood sugar because some of their delicate compounds like sulfur are more potent before cooking. Adding a few thin slices to a salad sandwich or fresh salsa can give you a nice nutritional boost. That said, cooked onions are still powerful. Sautéing, roasting, or adding them to soups and stews doesn't remove their benefits, it simply changes the profile. Cooking actually makes some antioxidants like quercetin more bioavailable. The key is to include onions regularly in whichever way you enjoy them most. You don't need a large amount. Research suggests that about half an onion to one whole medium onion per day may provide meaningful health benefits. For those who find onions too strong, try soaking slices in water or lemon juice before eating them raw. This softens the flavor. From caramelized onions on whole grain toast to onion-rich veggie soups, to a sprinkle of chopped green onions. On top of your dinner, there are countless delicious ways to bring this humble vegetable into your daily diet. As powerful as onions are, it's important to use them wisely, especially for adults over 50 who may already be taking medications. For most people, onions are safe, but they can sometimes cause digestive discomfort, such as gas bloating or heartburn. If you have a sensitive stomach or irritable bowel, introduce them slowly and see how your body reacts. A small number of people may have an onion allergy, which can trigger skin irritation, stomach upset, or in rare cases, more serious reactions. If you've ever noticed unusual symptoms after eating onions, it's best to check with your doctor. Onions also have a mild blood-thinning effect. This usually isn't a problem, but if you're taking anticoagulant medications like warfarin, or if you're scheduled for surgery, it's wise to let your healthcare provider know about your onion intake. Finally, while onions can help support healthy blood sugar, they should never replace prescribed diabetes medication. Think of onions as a supportive food that works alongside your treatment plan, not instead of it. While onions can be a powerful ally preventing diabetes after 50, is about the bigger picture of lifestyle. No single food works in isolation. One of the most effective strategies is staying active. Even a 30-minute daily walk can improve insulin sensitivity, help manage weight, and boost circulation. Pairing movement with strength training like light weights or resistance bands can help preserve muscle, which plays a key role in blood sugar control. Diet quality also matters. Along with onions, focus on fiber-rich vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Limiting refined sugars and processed foods helps prevent sharp spikes in blood sugar. Don't overlook sleep and stress management. Poor sleep and chronic stress raise stress hormones like cortisol, which can make blood sugar harder to control. Practicing relaxation techniques. Spending time in nature or even enjoying a good laugh with friends can help keep stress in check. Think of onions as one part of a larger toolkit for healthy aging working best when combined with an active, balanced, and mindful lifestyle. Onions may be small and simple, but the science shows they can make a real difference for adults over 50. From supporting stable blood sugar to strengthening the heart, bones, and immune system, this humble vegetable truly deserves a place on your plate. Remember, it's not about magic cures, it's about daily choices that add up to lasting health. So the next time you're in the kitchen, think of onions not just as flavor, but as part of your defense against diabetes. If you found this helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about.